Alright, welcome back. This is Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn mod. It's a Burundi playthrough. We're approaching the 2030s. Couple days, so I'm going to start that up. We have... Ah. There you go. We have built up and taken out most of South Africa, except for the actual South Africa itself. Need to actually decide when we're gonna... I think when we get fighter jets, we're gonna make our move. If you look, they do have 4th gen fighters. They don't have very many, so we don't actually need to produce them for very long to make this competitive. And then the faster we jump on them, the better it is going to be for us. And they have equivalent tank battalions. We might actually have more now. If we can see. Can we see an intel report of ourselves? Yeah, so we definitely have more tanks. That's fair. So yeah, I'm thinking we definitely move on them once we get an Air Force and just end kind of our southern flank. Um, could max forts, but I would rather try and fix our power and consumption real quick. Uh, Short steel. I don't think that's surprising to anyone. Uh, Not really any options. Very expensive. So let's trade more with the US. We got strategic bombers frame. So all that is going to be heavy lift aircraft first. That's all I'm going to do. Might actually do that right now. Um, let's get into that. Cargo. I don't have anything I'm going to want. Not making any prop planes. This wing form is perfectly fine. I don't think I have any modules that would be... You have drop tanks. Okay. That completely counters the drop tanks. Give it redundant systems. Make it much more fuel efficient. Does make it a little more expensive to make, but the fuel usage, that is quite a drop. We'll upgrade everything we have. Hey, can I get by with 2 turbofans? I could. Looks like the flight range is the same, right? And it's faster. With a little bit less. Alright, yeah, we'll go with that. 2030. What do we want to call this? Burundi HL1. Call it the crane. That going. I could match peer for peer with 4th gen fighters. I may do that. I'm actually thinking we do that. That'll give us a head start. I'm thinking about it. At least we could make a move on Africa earlier. Sorry, South Africa. So what was it? Air superiority 1. We'll call this oh man, I don't know what African birds are. Almost want to just be like ostrich. Making that too hard on myself. Let's call it the falcon. Want air-to-air hard points. We got 3rd gen. Did a 30 mil cannon. This boost air-to-air combat in combat. I put hard point. Yeah, it does. So let's air-to-airs. Keep going 3rd gens. Purely air superiority. That you are gonna want diamond wing, I believe. That's the fastest. Swept isn't bad. Diamond gives better air to air. Not having that, I think that's electronic warfare systems, probably. Give redundant systems, protective materials. I'm not gonna boost this design at all, assuming... Oh, you can only have one hard point. Okay. Then it's gonna get a light. That's still boosted, right? 56, 63. I do medium. 90. Yeah, we'll put mediums. Oh, does that affect thrust at all? Doesn't look like it affects thrust. Okay, yeah. Why not? Falcon. Start making those. We'll get experience for our factories. So that's definitely something we need to start earlier. I should have done that with Gen 3s. If I'm being perfectly honest. But you know, don't have to be perfect every time. It just helps a lot to be. We do have a lot of land warfare centers. That was actually pretty good. And I'm actively working on not look that way. Do have factories. Get more investment in our energy grid. I think we throw down another nuclear power plant stack. Dead center of the nation. I'm gonna pop these up. They are built under other nation. Rift Valley, so that's Kenya. Okay, so that was me doing railroad preparation. Yeah, see, I haven't got to post-processing. I don't really remember where I was. Yeah, I was building a rail network to support everything. This is our industrial hub right now. Looking terrible. Add more civilian industry and kind of the surrounding region. Yeah, so definitely there and there. Excellent. And I'll move those up as this compresses. We don't really have a ton of agents, so I'm kind of leery to do more than intel gathering. Maybe that's just me. I'm not in a rush to jump on South Africa there. I think we captured Gabon, right? Yeah. Yeah, we did. So I could annex Equatorial Guinea. We need to start that. Cameroon. You have a war goal for the 30th. Or sorry, 28th of May. October. And this is 2031. Nothing on Ethiopia, so we're not prepping anything there. Got it. This is the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, do I have our first sub design? I do not yet. So we're supply starved right at this front. Yeah, these just need rail networks, and those will be fine. This is not fine at all. This is really bad. Our like our east front is not going to be able to support it. The units. Rail network. Yeah, I do, but that's. I kind of just went through. I could have connected that. Let's do something about that. Troop movement is still an issue. I don't have to make it a insane problem like it is right now. That just makes it weird that it's shaped like this. Yeah, run up there. They can cut across. Go that way. Oh, I'm building an extra one for no reason. How are we looking in the event of a South African war? We do have supply hubs set up. This one is getting big enough that it could support a full army group. So we can have army group 1 move down and take this front with another division support, and I think we'd be fine. We can take them. How's our radar system there? Because they do have fighters. Go ahead and get these going. The fact that they have 4th gen frames means they may have modern equipment on them. And they could do some real damage because it's already 2030. What? Where? I have a division that's free. Planning on doing that with 1. Army Group 2, what are they doing? How bad does this overload this? But or just walk up. Nothing crazy. Completely overwhelm supply capacity up here. Yeah, I don't think any of that's built. Look at that. Does look like it works. Gonna make that stick. Flip that up. Yep, supplies. It's kind of not shocking that supplies are an issue. Why? Why is that not a surprise? Thermal camo. And we got a lab. Hope that wasn't too long sitting there. But that does mean we got 30 trillion. GDP as a nation. In 2030. So $1 trillion a year in growth. Effectively. That's just the average. Really far higher than that. Trying to think if there's any real benefit other than keeping our income up and maintaining growth above that. I'm gonna keep building as many offices as we are right now, but I'll probably lower it to 1 office or 2, taking up a stack. That way that I can kind of judge if our expenditures based on our population growth are going to matter, and then on top of that, I'll be able to cover the acquisition of new territories without it bumping us down. GDP per capita below 60. So I think we're high enough. I think we're probably, what, at 100? Sitting around there. Let's check that out. Yeah, we're at 100 right now. So $30 trillion GDP. GDP per capita, 104K. And how many people do we have? Around 300 million? I want to put 5 billion. No, I don't. That 293. Very close. I'll get another land research. Up. So, informally, I read this, right? Breakthrough progress, and then a research bonus for land warfare R&D. And then there's a base technology research bonus. So is that just these technologies, or does that include base 3? I don't know. I need to find out, because that would change how I do this for every game. Could get ahead, but I'd rather get what we need to get, which are things like nose-mounted guns. Alright, get some transport helis. Looks like we're going to be able to upgrade all our tanks and IFVs, at least with our first round of modern equipment. Pretty good. We do have 3 extra factories that I can't click. What is going on? Froze? Froze again. Oh, that's not what I wanted. We'll just let that sit. Then I'm going to bump this production up. Check our puppets. Gabon getting pretty close. I think okay, I'm gonna annex Gabon before Kenya. Gonna put 5 naval yards there. Build the rest of those as office and civilian industry. I think they're caught up with most things. Fuel. Could spike that in there. Radar, just want the 1. I'll take 2 air bases though. Not useful now, very useful later. And that should be enough. I'll sit on that. Sure, yes, China, start investing now after we've already grown to a size where we don't need it. Back. Yeah, supply is going to be a problem. This could be interesting. They could push us back just because we don't have any supplies. Don't see anything in their airfield. I'm going to say this singular army group is going to be far more than we need. This should be army group 2. Yeah, we're going to take heavy losses. All on that. Which is fine. I'm actually banking on it. Fuel and oil. Oh, we'll actually get rubber. Might actually be able to save some factories. But, yeah, how are we looking in the ledger? Oh my god, Europe. $129 trillion. China surpassing the United States. Greater Hindustan, 34 trillion, followed by us at 30.7 trillion. So we are now top 5 in the world, and then we're kind of the third tier, I would say, from an economy standpoint. Technology, I know we're behind. Like we just got our last research slot. Not even made yet. Hey, I think March 28th, so we should have a Wardex. Oh no, it's May 20th. Never mind. Oh my god, what is this? Nuclear warhead program. I don't want to see any intervention forces. No B-2 bombers on my radar. Please. We deny any and all nuclear weapons research is being conducted. It's all for the civilian energy use. Right? That's the statement. Oh, did I get all my ranger divisions? Okay. Well, I guess I'll just finish this out. So we're gonna work on our special operations deployments. So as we modernize this military, I'm going to cycle out ground infantry. They're going to all become mechanized. That is, other than our special forces, specifically the rangers templates, those will not. Those will always be a ground-based unit, but they will actually they're gonna get like air support and vehicle support, like that they can call in, right? So they will be very, very strong defensively for very low cost to produce. That is the goal. I want to see if I can have these groups operate as small as I do with the US, which is batches of 7. So need to take 1 out of here at least, and make another one. Oh, wrong one. Yep. That makes that way easier. So usually I have these operate as army groups of 2. It's just easier to keep control of these. Alright, we'll get missions research. So, like, realistically, what I should do, and then, is move these. Oh man. Gonna be special operation. She looks like she would be perfect for that. Is more breakthrough. He's better. I don't really see a lot of good commanders for us. This will be... Yeah, no, see, I don't want any of those reductions. Perfect. Not options I want. I'd rather have no option and hope they get special forces training. Or things like jungle rat are good. Go with her. Air to ground. Search. So both of these are built out pretty much how I'd want them. Looks fine. I don't see any gaps, and yep. This will be first Rangers. We need black operations. This boosts special forces damage. The second, no, we'll call it. We'll do second Rangers, third Rangers, and fourth. Oh, that'll be the end of the episode. I guess once I name this. Thanks for watching.